Hello, welcome to 5 Minute Feldy, Season 2, Episode 44, and the last episode for this lockdown anyway. I'm Feldenkrais teacher Ralph Hadden, and here in Melbourne, the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, it's Friday, 22nd October 2021. And for this last session, we'll go back to the theme of all my lessons is about being quiet and still, paying attention, and we'll see what we can attend to in the stillness. So I suggest lying down, lie on your back, but really you could do this in any comfortable position. The main thing is simply to be comfortable. And first of all, just attend to what you're experiencing, what you notice. How do you feel right now? And pay attention to your support. So if you're lying down, think of how the back of yourself is supported by the floor or whatever you're lying on. Or if you're sitting or something, just notice what parts of you are leaning up against the world. And you scan from your feet, through the legs, up to the pelvis, torso, head and out to the arms. And can you give yourself to the support you're feeling? Now, imagine the length of your spine. Think of the vertebral column, the chain of vertebra from tailbone up to your head. What's your sense of that? Pay attention to your eyes. And you can have your eyes open or closed, but just sense, how do your eyes feel? What do you notice of your eyes? And then attend to your breathing. Just breathe easily, quietly, in a natural way, but notice the motion of your breathing. How, as you breathe in, breathe out, there's a slight change of shape, change of position. Now, just lying comfortably, quite still, can you notice even as you're not moving, there's movement? And the obvious thing is the breath, so continue attending to the breath and notice the movement. So even if you're quite still, as you're breathing, there's movement, change of shape, different parts of you move in response to the breath coming in, the breath coming out. And begin to attend to the rest of yourself to sense if there's any movement at all you can sense while you're in this relaxed, still state. Now, there is movement going through you all the time. There's digestion. You've got food passing through your digestive tract. You may not always sense that, but there's motion inside doing that. And of course, there's the flow of blood through you, the arteries sending the blood out to the periphery, and then the veins drawing the blood back from the periphery. That cycle is going all the time. I wonder if you can sense that. That's harder to sense. Could you sense your heart beating? Maybe not. When you're quite still, it's hard to sense that, but just be aware that that movement is happening as well. And there are many other processes happening internally, just as you're quietly resting. There are hormones being secreted and absorbed and circulating around, creating changes. And you are going through changes as you think over time. So also there's a movement of time. Always. Time is moving forwards, and you're different now than you were a second ago or a year ago. Can you sense back in time? Think to how you were yesterday. Think back to a year ago. And then forwards. I'm not giving you much time to do this, but we're playing with time. How will you be tomorrow? Next year? Now, think down into the ground. So I've asked you to notice your support. So if you think of what you're supported by, I presume you're inside and underneath the floor, depends how far down you go, to the ground that you're on, the actual surface of the ground. I'm high up in an apartment, but I can think down to a few floors down and feel the actual ground where the First Nation people were for thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of years. And thinking of the land that you're on, wherever you are, how that has changed over thousands of years. If you go back a few thousand years, the ecosystem will be entirely different. And then tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. Now, come back to thinking of the earth beneath you and that there's a planet beneath you which is in constant motion. The earth is rotating towards the east, so that's why you see the sun coming up in the east. So can you think that even if the earth seems quite still, as Galileo said, eppur si muove, and yet it moves. And of course, our planet is rotating around the sun, and the solar system is moving through the galaxy, and so on. There's motion all the time. So coming back to just being with yourself, feeling quite still, but aware that always there's motion, always there's change. Now, when you're ready in your own time, we'll finish this sort of thought process now, you can begin to, a little by little, begin to move something, move one part of yourself, then another part, and gradually return to motion. But that'll do for me for today and for this season, and I want to thank you for your attention. My intention with doing these broadcasts was to provide a few moments of well-being and awareness in these difficult times. So now we're here in Melbourne, emerging from lockdown, and who knows what will happen next. I hope this is the last season of lockdown, Feldy, but who knows. But anyway, thank you for attending, and I do recommend, can you still take some time each day, even just a few minutes, to be still, pay attention, and move gently is very healing and very good for you. Anyway, thank you. Please keep moving, and who knows when we may meet again. Bye-bye.